My name is Tracy Roach, and I am the head of education and training at SkinCeuticals. We're a skincare division in the dermatological division of L'Oreal. We have about 130 sellers out in the field, and they were famous for creating their own content or finding content in various places. So very fundamentally, Highspot allowed us to organize our content in one place, right? To quote Highspot, team members, single source of truth. So it's really allowed cleaning up of brand content out there and accessibility to the most current content available. So that's from a fundamental standpoint. I say the best benefit for us. The training and coaching we just launched a few months ago. And again, just giving our learners access to the training when they need it and where they need it. Highspot has probably made the biggest impact in our onboarding process. Prior we were using a traditional LMS that had no analytics, or the analytics were extremely difficult to access. So we relied a lot on webinars or in-person trainings, which really were at the mercy of a lot of our learners' time and our teachers' time. So we've reduced the time of onboarding to make a more accessible training. So our entire onboarding process, the first 30 days, is an online journey, and gets them ramped up sooner. Today's workforce, or people entering today's workforce, they just learn differently, and they can consume so much information so quickly. And so just preparing them to get out in the field and sell faster made a huge impact, obviously, on getting people prepared and more confident in their roles. At SkinCeuticals, we launch products every year, right? Not a lot of products, but products every year. So on an ongoing basis, we're having to train our reps to go out and sell those products. We can't do that internally all the time. And so training and coaching allows us to give them the product education, the framing, but also sometimes when we revisit and make new claims or new indications on a product, we can get that out to our sellers faster. We just launched a new sales messaging program. So again, as we bring on new people, Highspot training and coaching allows us to bring them up to speed with our existing staff and make sure that there's consistency in that messaging. And then, of course, give us the analytics and on effectiveness and rep adoption. So I think for other leaders in education and training, especially those that are in my generation, I think we just have to really lean into the digital experience. That was hard for me. I learned differently. I learned with face-to-face education, but that's just how I was raised. We have to really lean into a digital-first experience to adapt to how people learn, especially, again, this younger generation coming into the workforce. They don't know any different. They don't know life without digital, right? So I think just really lean into that and flex it as a strength. So when we launched the Highspot training and coaching again and our new messaging system, it really was focused on new business. So again, closing the sales cycle, right, between the first contact with the prospect versus the opening of the account. Again, the ability to reduce that by 15% has impacted right now. Our number of new doors is up 36%. Again, I'm sure there's lots of contributors, but I do think that, again, the training and coaching feature, the asset management, being able and equipping our sellers with digital assets to create that buyer experience, really customize that buyer experience as well, has had a huge impact on, again, just the number of new doors and new partners that we've brought on this year. We have a lot of relationships with a lot of partners, and I will say Highspot partnership has been first in class. Our service rep, Malika, she's amazing. Liza, our account manager, amazing. Anytime we have a question, obviously the resources that we have in the platform are super helpful.